Hey there, it's Emma, your creative business mentor. Right, difficult clients. How on earth do we deal with them? Let's dive in. Okay, so before I dive into this video, I just want to let you know that I have bought a new camera, the GoPro Hero 9. So this video is a little bit of an experiment as far as setup is concerned and the audio. So do bear with me. So, difficult clients. How do we deal with difficult clients, rude clients, tough clients, whatever you want to call them? Now, I always believe that prevention is better than a cure. So we don't want to have difficult clients in the first place. Sounds obvious, but you're saying, Emma, how on earth do I avoid them? So the first thing is that you need to vet your clients as much as your clients vet you. So just as much as they will see whether you're the right creative for their project, for whatever they want, you need to see if they're the right fit for you. And the way that you do that is by always having a conversation with your client before they start. Make sure you get them on Zoom, get them on a phone call, or meet up with them in person. Never just rely on a questionnaire or someone just paying an invoice or paying you. Always have a chat with them, and then you can see if there are any red flags that come up. Like, you will know what type of client you like working with, and you'll probably also over time realize what the red flags are, those things that you really need to avoid when trying to find your best fit client. So prevention is definitely better than a cure. Now, the second type of difficult client, once they are on board, are the micromanagers, the clients that want to tell you how to do it, what they want you to do, move this to the left, I want this different color, whatever it might be in your business, in your creative business, they're micromanaging you. How do you manage that? Well, I always believe in having a creative system and process set up first that you communicate to your clients. If they know what to expect next when working with you, then they're much less likely to micromanage you, because where there's a vacuum and a void in communications, it often gets filled with chaos, and that chaos can be your client micromanaging you. So if you have a very clear process of what it is like to work with you and what happens next, then the chances are they'll leave you alone for you to get on with whatever you're doing in your business for them. And it's the same with scope creep. Can you hear my cat? She wants to be let out. Hold on a minute. Wait. Scope creep. How do you ensure that a project doesn't drag on forever and ever and they don't keep asking you for more things as you go along in the project? Well, again, it comes back to what you do at the very beginning. Make sure that you've given them a list of deliverables, the stuff that they've paid for, you know, what they've paid for and what they get for that. And so if they ask for more, you could always refer back to that. You know, this is what you get. If you want any more, this is the new price. Hang on for 1 minute. I'm just going to let my cat out. Hold on. Come on. Out you go. Sorry about that. You still here? Great. Okay. So that's the micromanaging clients. Now, criticism. Now, criticism when we're creative can be so painful to deal with. We are very deeply involved in our creativity, and it's part of our soul half the time. But I'm going to advise you to try and take a step back and not take it personally when there's criticism, because criticism can come for many different reasons, and not just because your work is rubbish. Because I'm assuming, and I know your work isn't rubbish, otherwise you wouldn't have got the client in the first place. But when the criticism comes on board, it's a natural stage of the creative process that you need to get through and your client needs to get through. So firstly, don't take it personally. You can't get it right first time. It would be great, and sometimes we do, but there's always going to be something that needs changing. Also, when it comes to criticism, take it from the perspective of your client. Dig a little bit deeper. Why have they criticized this? What is the pushback actually about? Because when clients feel confused, overwhelmed, often, or a little bit fearful of what's happening next in the project, that can come out as criticism, but actually it might not be. It might be an insecurity that they have. It might be a lack of understanding. And if you actually dig deep into what's behind the criticism or the pushback, you can actually clear it up really quickly and move on without anyone shedding a tear in the process. So the next difficult type of client is the client that ghosts you, the client that just disappears off the scene. How do you deal with that? Well, again, it comes back to having a really great system and process in place so they know what's happening week after week or step by step, so they feel involved in the process, so they're less likely to disappear on you. And in fact, I've got a really fantastic freebie, there's a link in the description below, all about how to avoid difficult clients and scope creep in your business. And it really mentions everything that you need to avoid difficult clients. So do grab that before you leave this video. So ghosting clients, make sure that they're part of the process, they're less likely to leave you. Secondly, if a client does ghost you and you've tried everything, you don't hear back from them for months and months, and then in the interim your prices have risen, what do you do? Well, my simple strategy is to explain to them that the prices have gone up since you last worked with them, and there is a certain amount of money left, you know, if they've got an installment that needs to be paid, that in fact that installment should go up in price because the rest of the your prices have gone up. But give them a little bit of an amnesty, a bit of a moratorium, a bit of a leeway, and say, if you pay the full project in full before this particular date, so I always do it month on month, because I have had this a couple of times, I will honor the old price. But if you don't pay by such and such a date, then if you do want to continue working with me, we're going to have to go with the new prices. So definitely have some timelines involved when people do start to work with you. And then if they do ghost you and you have raised your prices, those are a couple of strategies that you can use. So I hope that's been helpful for you in how to deal with difficult clients. And like I said, don't forget to get the free one-page PDF checklist below on how to avoid difficult clients and scope creep. It will really help you out. Now, if you have any comments or questions, I'd love to hear from you. Pop them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe or like this channel, and I will see you in the next video.